Congressional Democrats are fanning out across the country, trying to convince voters to flip control of Congress in next year's midterm elections. They're holding rallies in the districts of Republicans who voted in favor of President Trump's big, beautiful bill, including the North Country's Elise Stefanik. And that's what brought Congressman Paul Tonko from the Albany area to Plattsburgh this weekend for a rally that drew hundreds of people. So many, in fact, the line to get into the historic Strand Theatre was backed up all the way down the block. Many coming not just to see Tonko, but the high-profile colleague who came with him.
Please join me in giving that traditional warm welcome of the North Country to Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, also known as AOC, a representative for the 14th Congressional District in New York City, has become a leader of the left, a progressive from the Bronx who became the youngest woman ever elected to Congress in 2018. Ocasio-Cortez is one of the most progressive members of Congress. She and Representative Tonko spoke out against the recently signed budget bill that they say will finance tax cuts for the wealthy at the expense of lower and middle-income families who, under new restrictions and work requirements, may lose out on health care and food assistance benefits.
This is not just bad policy, it's betrayal of the basic principles that our government should work toward for everyone.
What Trump calls this big, beautiful bill. And it's actually one of the ugliest and scariest pieces of legislation to pass through Congress in modern American history. It's a time that is easy and ripe for despair and in lacking hope. And a lot of us sometimes, rightfully so, are looking around and saying, where are Democrats in this moment? Where is our fight? What are we doing to fight back? And when I think about this kind of dissonance and difference, I also know that this is where this change really belongs. It's right here in rooms like these and in theaters like the Strand.
Ocasio-Cortez and Tonko faulted Republicans, including New York 21st District Representative Elise Stefanik, for supporting the bill.
We are not going to allow someone like Elise Stefanik to take health care away from her own people.
The two hoping to convince these voters who packed the Strand Theatre, as well as hundreds more who couldn't get in and listen to the rally in the pouring rain next door to the theater, to flip the 21st District seat, now held by Stefanik, to a Democrat. They say the sprawling North Country District will once again be in play in 2026.
Because Elise Stefanik was supposed to vacate her seat and another Republican was supposed to cakewalk right into it. But we saw everything that was going on, and because of your organizing and because of all of your conversations with your neighbors, you all took an R+10 seat into a toss-up.
Ocasio-Cortez referring to the New York 21 special election many thought would play out this past spring. Elise Stefanik was chosen by President Trump to be ambassador to the United Nations, only to have her nomination pulled to help Republicans hold on to their narrow majority in the U.S. House. Stefanik is now seriously considering a run for New York governor. So with an open seat likely in the upcoming midterms, Ocasio-Cortez urged the crowd to head to the polls.
Every single Republican at every level of government in the state of New York must be challenged, point blank, period.
There were a handful of people who came to protest the appearance by the two Democrats, and a MAGA bus with recorded messages from President Trump made several passes by the Strand, and the crowd gathered next door to the theater. And Elise Stefanik released a statement calling the Sunday event a political gift, in her words, that AOC is the leader of radical policies like the Green New Scam, abolishing ICE, defunding the police, and gun bans. The statement goes on to say North Country Republicans, Independents, and Democrats reject these insane policies.